Welcome to Thursday's stream. We are once again doing the Outer Worlds. Do I have to fight these things?
You may not realize this being as you're an outsider, but the blaring alarms indicate the station's on lockdown. Which means you can't ever get to me. So leave already.
Can't? We'll see about that.
Shot of shit right now. Okay. No Easter eggs? Come on, every single time that there's a room I expect there to be something that I can find in here. And sometimes there are like really great things. And sometimes the rooms are just empty. I guess, I mean that's to make it feel a little more immersive because there's not something everywhere, but stun baton, not stun tron. I mean, we could do that. We just gotta find the drawer that it's in, right? And we gotta go to a terminal, I'm assuming. Let's see. Stun baton ultra. Do we have the original stun baton in here? Nope. Okay, I'll break that down. Let's go here. That looks so cool. Oh my god. Oh my god. Let's see. 36. 36. Okay, that's probably my best armor. Aramid ballistics. Are all of them Aramid? I wish it would tell me which faction it belongs to because I can't read it from here. But it looks pretty cool. I think I could do without the red. Like if it was just like a blue and yellow, that'd be pretty cool. Help me get rid of this stuff. Damage rating, sure. Yeah, get rid of the tossable stuff. Cool. It's a better sawed-off shotgun anyways.
You out there, whoever you are, yes, I can see you. Come here and talk to me. Face the intercom.
Is he talking to me?
I can't tell if you're brave or simply touched in the head. What in the galaxy are you doing sniffing around my station? Unless you are, in fact, trying to suicide by Marauder? And you, Nyoka, what are you doing lugging a stranger into my station?
You could use the socialization, you son of a bitch. Also, he hired me.
To what purpose? I happen to have some significant problems I am dealing with right now. Marauders, running out of purple berry wine 3 days ago, not being able to bloody broadcast. No. We'll deal with information-related business later. As I said, there are bigger problems threatening my life and livelihood at this very moment. The Marauders want me dead. And since my hired hands have clearly turned idle, it appears I need you to clear out the threat. As my newest contractor, you may call me the Broker.
Or we can call you Hiram, on account of that's your damn name, and doubly on the account of the Broker being a dumbass alternative.
Damn, he is savage.
Everyone calls me that, aside from you. See, I barricaded the broadcast center, but I can only hold out for so long. Clear the Marauders out, and I'll pay you double the going rate.
You better.
They destroy the transmission equipment, and I'll be out of business. The elevator and doors to the second floor are back on. Too many, considering I hired a bunch of no-good mercs to keep them out in the first place. Already they've...
Alright. So... is it possible to go outside? Let's see. And, they're all three of these people are CCs, right? Or C3s. That's what it's called.
Hey, elevators to your right. Get ready.
This is the elevator, right? I see 2, which means that there are probably 4.
Here they come.
Spaceman choice. Two doors. 3 doors, actually. Door there. I will say that there are differences in combat that really made this game less stale. Because I feel like this would have been a lot closer to like Fallout levels of I'll start it, but I'm definitely not going to be able to finish this game. To okay, the main story genuinely branches off the things that I care about.
Got it. Inside voices.
That slow motion is so cool. I have no idea. Okay. Weather system brewing. Is there gonna be like weather on Monarch? That'd be crazy. Give me that purple berry. There's one thing that I really do like though, is when you go in loud, it genuinely, like, everybody starts rushing at you, because they all hear it. Which is cool, it like adds a level of like realism, and if you're gonna go in guns, you better kind of go in having a good idea.
Coming! This'll be fun.
Bruh.
Down they go!
Bro, that was disgusting. That was disgusting.
the last of 'em, I
oh
think.
my god. I just popped that dude's head off with a plasma grenade.
Marauder free at last. I'll get the door. You hurry on it.
Medicine on the like cupboards and shit like that. It's just genuine.
Never thought I'd be ecstatic at having the walls painted in blood, but seeing as it's not mine, I'd say this calls for a celebration. This ought to square our debt. One hefty payment for a highly valued service rendered. But I admit, I do wonder why Nyoka has brought you to me. Allow me to pose my question in another manner. Why, in the nebula, are you here? Oh, great. I love doing pro bono work for friends.
You're a little bitch.
Aw, you called us friends. I'd normally entertain your self-aggrandizing delusions, but this time it's important.
Important to you is not the same as important to me. Although I do recognize that you may have earned some goodwill during your months laboring for me. Whoa, hey, there is zero need for violence in this station. Look, I'll do what I can, all right?
Rebecca Hodges and Anders Wadsworth. They took a UDL contract back when Monarch went to shit, and I need to find them. I believe them to be on Terra too.
If UDL hired 2 hunters back then, it would have been for creature clearing purposes, round 1 of their Spacer's Choice outposts.
If this is just
These are the coordinates for the outpost under the last UDL contract.
Okay.
Now scram.
Go back to the top.
And, good luck. I knew it was only a matter of time before he came a-knocking. Look, I might be late, but I fulfill my contracts, always.
Oh, you do you? I have lost track of the number of beers you owe me for chasing raptidons off your stoop.
Are you fibbing? Be honest.
I take offense to that. Look, okay. Just, it might take me a while this time. Caring or not won't change the facts of the matter. I am awaiting but a single incoming transmission containing the information we desire. But MSI and the Iconoclasts are clogging the airwaves from Stellar Bay and Amber Heights. In their war against each other, they're scrambling each other's outgoing transmissions. Exactly what I was thinking. They hurt us all with their pettiness. Which of course has inadvertently affected the incoming port and my livelihood.
Ow. Fuck. That hurt.
No, they're jamming the limited frequencies we have at our disposal. Nothing extraplanetary can get in or out until the frequency pollution thins out.
Okay.
The safest bet is to convince Graham and Sanjar to stop transmitting on their end.
Sandra does owe me for being a brown plutocrat.
You'll find it directly to the east, almost in sighting distance of Devil's Peak Station. My former partner, Sanjar, transmits from his office in MSI's headquarters in the center of town. Don't let him try to fool you. While his messages might seem like gibberish, they are in reality coded business orders to off-world companies. I understand why he needs the bandwidth, but we had a deal and he's broadcasting ceaselessly.
I'll take care of it.
Amber Heights is one of the only surviving settlements outside of Stellar Bay. Graham Bryant and the Iconoclasts there got their hands on a working relay station. Now they're ceaselessly transmitting Philosophist ramblings on my airwaves. Graham and his Iconoclasts believe anarchy is the way of life. Sanjar opposes it, as he's taking strides to corporatize Stellar Bay.
Okay, so... Definitely
You
gonna
do that,
kill...
I'll be here, waiting on the receiving end. Luck be with you. I have a feeling you'll be needing a pinch of it, plus a vat of patience. Is that a trick? Of course, I could offer you a vastly more interesting bit of data instead. We'll call it an exchange. Ask. Not much, admittedly. Phineas has been in hiding for the past 35 years. He got in touch with Nyoka first, who I use as a physical go-between. The rest is history. As far as what's between us, I mean. Outside of that, well, that's a raptidon of another color. I do know this much. There is a sharper side to the good scientist than you'd expect. If allegations are to be believed, the experiments he conducts for the greater good are in fact treasonous and for self-gain. I am not convinced as to the validity of these allegations, considering the source, but I am also not unconvinced either.
I actually agree with you on that one.
Luckily, there are so many members. Do specify. If you try to cite me on this, I will deny, deny, deny. Do you understand? What I am about to reveal is the sort of information that gets a body disappeared. MSI's ownership of Monarch is technically legal, but it would give MSI too much power on the board to grant them such status. Exactly. But you didn't hear so much as a whisper of such from me.
That's actually interesting. That's
Luckily for
genuinely
you, I am a veritable font of information. They are a curious lot. Insufferable. And short-sighted, too. What else do you wish to know? Sanjar's not actually at fault for his past performance reviews, but he can keep hunting for loopholes to get back on the board for the next century. He'll never be reinstated. Not in his lifetime. For Nebula's sake, even with the loophole I gave him, he's only in charge of MSI because every other exec died during the massacre at Amber Heights.
Jesus.
Indeed, the information I gather usually is, or it's not worth my time investment, as you can imagine. Some say Graham suffers from nightmares that leave him sweat-drenched and screaming. I would assume it stems from the friends and family he lost in Amber Heights all those years ago.
So if I'm getting this right, Sanjar and Hiram probably split during the burning of Amber Heights, and Amber Heights was probably something that Sanjar or the board did. Sanjar did specifically to gain more control over the planet's resources and corporatize it so that he could look good to the board. Perhaps?
You mean between MSI, the Iconoclasts, and myself? I bet neither of those megalomaniacs told you I was the true mastermind behind Monarch. Back when the colony was still Terra 1 and corporations were abandoning us left and right, I'm the one who approached Sanjar and Graham with the means to our salvation. I offered them a legal way to take control of the planet. If MSI were the only corporation here, they could claim sole ownership. Even then, I plied my trade as an information broker, albeit in a smaller capacity. Of course, I demanded an exchange for the data. Thus, the bargain was struck. They could run MSI while I would operate Devil's Peak Station. Unfortunately, relations have soured over time. Competing ideologies. Graham believes Sanjar has become corrupted by the corporate lifestyle, that he is now similar to the original corporate executives they sought to reform. And Sanjar has learned the hard way that Graham is quite morally gray. What? No. Why would I go out of my way to intercept messages from Earth? There's no market for them. No buyer means it's not worth my time. Now, if you wanted me to intercept a certain one, that might be worth it for the right price. How low you seemingly regard my trade. I may have a secret for you, for the right exchange. Nyoka, pick me up some Stimulotion and a bottle of purple berry wine when you're next in Stellar Bay.
Drake's disaster led to like these cannibals and everything too. Damn. You know, if only Obsidian had like the budget of like a Red Dead Redemption. Like the budget and the technology of Red Dead Redemption. Without like the outside pressure to like monetize everything. That'd be beautiful. It would make something truly incredible.
Well, hello, and welcome to the home of the Iconoclasts. I'm Rose. Please, take a pamphlet. Oh no, I'm so...
That paper they use makes excellent kindling, you know. They ever get...
What? Nyoka? That's why you wanted so many? You said you were just spreading the word. While you keep rude company, you're welcome all the same. We're the only free people in Halcyon. No corporations, no shackles, no problems. We make our own living here. Some of us hunt. Some of us scavenge the ruins left by the corporations when they abandoned us. You're welcome to stay with us, so long as you can earn your keep. Oh, you've heard Graham's He and Zora have done such a wonderful job spreading the light around this dark, dark planet. You can think of those two as our leaders, but they're more like examples. We all ought to be more like them. Graham's place is in the large building straight back. Zora's sometimes there talking with him, but usually she's in the triage clinic next door. Oh, Graham settled here a long time ago. I wasn't around back then, but they say a lot of the old MSI corporate folks died here. He calls it a spiritual metaphor, something about rising from the ashes. Why, Graham taught us about philosophism. Through him, we came to the eternal truth. I'm glad you're asking, by the way. I hope you'll consider staying. Well, she's been with us since the beginning. I think she was our sawbones back then, but now she's more like our commander. She goes and finds people in the wilderness and gets them to come here. And she keeps us from being chewed on and whatnot. She's liable to take your head off if you screw up, but then she'll sew it back on for you.
Now these guys are gonna ask me.
Seems like a nice little town. Except for all the dead critters.
The folks in Amber Heights always manage to find a bottle or two of the good stuff. Being scavengers, I tell you.
It ain't right. How many good folk we gonna lose to our mission? Way of it. We gotta.
I love their outfits. If their outfits were colored in a different way, I would wear them.
You'd rather sit on your thumbs?
Move along. As you were.
A mantiquine.
Yeah. We felled it, mind. But we lost 2 runners and 5 gun hands.
A total failure, then. So much for the ruins.
And hell only knows where the Van Oys are. They never showed.
I'm sure they're... let's talk later. It seems we have company. A stranger comes to our home. If you're looking for a path to walk, you've found one. If you're looking for a teacher, I am one. Welcome to the Iconoclasts. But alas, the eternal truth hasn't been... Now, why have you come? stop. No. Spreading the truth is the only way to combat the board's poisonous campaign of propaganda against their people. They can't be everywhere at once. Surely there are radios that still catch our message here and there. Surely.
Excuse me. I'm from Edgewater on Terra 2. If you'll pardon my saying, nobody I know's ever heard of you.
All the more reason to double down on our efforts.
Graham, we should be focusing on survival anyway. Food, ammo, and medicine. Maybe now's the time to pivot.
Pivot, huh? If radio isn't working, we might try another way. It seems the captain's timing is more than just serendipitous. It must be fate. I've had my sights on an old printing press for some time. The board uses magazines and advertisements to subtly focus the colony's attention. We will use their tricks against them.
Wait, that's not what I meant.
Help me clear out and repair the press, and I will have no need for that rust bucket of a radio tower. Citizens of Halcyon are glued to their periodicals. They obsess over tossball and fashion, and the board uses these obsessions to control them.
That's true.
Even I find myself occasionally distracted by their positively shameful quality of editing and unacceptable disregard for grammatical structure. My literary prowess will hook them, and the eternal truth will reel them in. Listen to me. I'm starting to sound like one of Sanjar's fishermen. I may have worked in the presses once, but the bitterness of being slave to their abhorrent rules has long since vanished. All right, almost vanished. Can you believe they don't put a comma after the final item in a series? Bastards.
That is such a nerdy writer joke.
Wonderful. I requisitioned replacement rollers for it some time ago. Huxley should have delivered them yesterday. Speaking of which, where is Huxley?
You bought rollers? You haven't even cleared the wraps out yet. What are you doing wasting bits on... Wait, where is Huxley?
It seems we're out a runner. If you intend to help our cause, I'll ask you to meet our MSI supplier in her stead. One of our sympathizers, a woman named Carlotta, periodically buys goods on our behalf from Stellar Bay's store. Stellar Bay has caught on, but they remain friendly.
This is
the
cool.
goods now
Like
come at a
everything is like
considerable markup.
all the factions' relationships are kind of being uncovered.
She meets us in the ruins of Bayside Terrace. From our compound, follow the road north. We can use them to copy and modify radio serials. Yes, not just magazines, but their precious dramas.
Unbelievable. I hope I don't have to tell you this, but if there is extra money, would you mind buying, I don't know, food and medicine? Graham, if you need me, I'll be in triage.
Oh, that's beautiful. I love it. I absolutely love it. Of course the writer is just like stuck in his own head. He's like, we need to fight back against the propaganda.
iconoclast.
And of course the doctor's like, dude, people are dying. Oh god. It's so true though. Obviously I'm a leftist, but Jesus Christ. It's just well written. It's just very, very well written. Oh boy. Is this a cannibal song? Can you Okay, so there's an entirely okay, there's an entirely separate conglomerate called Force. That's cool. Lots of dead bodies. And that's a sniper rifle. Right, it is possible to go up to the left. Ow. Shoot. I keep hitting my hand against the Xbox. Ugh. Yeah, I can't wait till I assemble my new desk. I might have to cancel Monday's stream for that, but it's gonna be so worth it.
Hey, I know you. Boss says you've been real helpful, like.
Huh?
But, we got this handled. We appreciate but do not require your assistance. That's my nice way of telling you to sod off. Huh. I don't know what your angle is, but... all right. Be sure to tell her how hard it was to fix the generator. You know, after you're done fixing it.
After you're done fixing it for me. Please tell her how hard I worked.
Hello? You can't. Who are... Oh, finally! Tell Graham that this is the last run I'm doing. Sanjar's declared a stop sale to you lot, but even if he hadn't, I'm not risking my neck anymore.
I don't know how you got those goons to leave, but thank you. Graham ordered rollers and whatsits, right? For a printing press? Here, take them. Like I said, this is my last run. You'd have to ask him. All I know is that if I get caught, I'll get arrested. It's an enviable thing he's doing. Free people and all that. I can't live that way. I need my structure. But I respect the iconoclasts for doing it.
Structure. Means you need a boot to lick.
Law help them. I don't know. Maybe Sublight can lend a hand. I should go. Look, Graham's got a... What do you want delivered? I always took that woman for the sensible type. Good on her. I'll send some along. Give them all my regards. And good luck out there. Don't go getting eaten.
And let's get back to Amber Heights. I definitely like
What do you think of the unreliable Parvati?
There's always something to fix, and it's neat working in the Aether. I always took Atmo for granted. Now, if I drill through the hull, we all suffocate. Exciting, you know?
I'm not sure I wanted to know that. Being in space sets me on edge enough.
You know about stellar emissions? Actually, I probably shouldn't tell you about those. I mean, not unless you want to know how we're all likely to get spacers lung.
Right.
Spacers lung.
Okay.
Jesus.
When we get back to the ship, I'm drinking this conversation right out of my recollection.
I'm telling you, the Van Noys are fine.
Bullshit, Graham. They don't just abandon orders, and they weren't at the ruins. Where in this sulfur-sodden hellhole did you send them?
They're on a very important... Ah, we'll continue this later. Welcome back, Captain.
Thank the Eternal that someone's got some sense in their head. Carlotta usually schedules the next drop during the meeting. When's she coming?
The board must have gotten a hold of him at last. This cuts off one of our only 2 supply lines on Monarch. Sanjar, old friend, you're about to cross a dangerous line.
About to? That idiot just declared war.
We will deal with his subversion later. For now, we must redouble our efforts to spread the truth to the colony. Yes? Our very resourceful sublight friends have already agreed to help. For their standard fee, of course. They'll replace periodicals around the colony with our subtly edited versions. The board's workers will learn of our truth without even realizing it. A subtle lesson here, a word about the eternal there. In small ways, I hope to bend the public's mind towards seeing the truth. The corporations have been shackling workers' souls for centuries. Workers are glorified slaves to their companies, to their society, to their own minds. Free will has all but vanished. I believe that by freeing oneself from the corporate structure, indeed from the very rules of man, one can find their own truth.
Their own truth.
And, through that, the cosmic truth that binds us all. The eternal truth. Certainly.
Somebody's gonna assassinate this dude.
The print... Oh no. Graham, you didn't.
I've already sent a team ahead to scout the press. One of our best.
And that's
Meet them
the
there
Van
and find out if they've been successful.
Very good writing.
You sent the Van Noys there, didn't you? Oh, for fuck's sake, Graham! We needed them in the ruins. Our people died out there.
They went willing to fight for our cause. We need reinforcements. We need new recruits. The Van Noys saw the printing facility with the same importance as I.
Is a printing press really worth all these people's lives? There's gotta be a better way to get your message out.
I have the utmost confidence in their abilities. Friends, we must have faith that the men and women we recruit can handle the duties for which we recruit them.
Yes! You're damn right he could have. But he's so obsessed with preaching that he's become blind to our actual problems. Look, just... If the Van Noys are still alive, get them out of there. With Sanjar pressing the issue like this, I have a feeling we'll need them.
These up to 45. We'll just spend the rest of it on tech. Wait. Let's go up that to 40. That to 45. Put the rest of it in attack. How about
I don't have time for this.
If you're a bartender, you have time for exactly this. Region.
So the ship talks? Do all ships do that?
I can't say for certain, since I only ever been on this one. Ada's something special, though, ain't she?
Ada. What is it? She? It? I'm a bit fuzzy on the details.
Used to be, I thought she was a simulated intelligence. You know, a long series of commands telling her how to react to certain inputs.
You used to. What do you think now?
Well, I worked with a lot of machines, and ain't none of them like her. They can be pretty smart, but mostly they're rule books with a voice box. Ada's different.
One of life's mysteries, I suppose. I don't trust it. If it crashes us into a star, I'll be a mite upset.
You should know you're getting excellent reviews from across the company. What can I do for you?
You think we're the problem? Have you even heard the nonsense Graham is spewing? It isn't easy keeping a town like Stellar Bay afloat, especially without the board's backing. We need that frequency to reach our trading partners.
My, you know how to take control of a situation, don't you?
Yeah, I know that
It's
capitalists
warm
are
in here.
bootlickers.
Is anyone else warm?
What he means to say is that we won't need that frequency once we're able to get MSI restored to the board.
And the first step is getting the Bolt 52.
You should know you're What can I do?
Then it's good that I keep... Many of us chose to stay behind. And as the most senior executive remaining, I ended up in charge of what I moved forward with our... Yet not long after I... But we weren't... Everything we did was legal and above board. We followed their rules, and yet they still found reasons to declare us outlaws. I do think there's something useful in a governing body like the board. Something that keeps us from anarchy, but I dearly wish it functioned differently. Ah, so you've heard about our prior acquaintance. I suppose you're right. Graham's always had a way with words. Strange as it may seem, I suspect he'd have quite the corporate career if he weren't so radical. Graham seemed like
That's
a reasonable
exactly
man
the
years
point.
ago. We both agreed that MSI's treatment of its workers was untenable. I thought reforms would be enough. I didn't realize you wanted to abolish the corporate system entirely. Well, technically he may have suggested it, but he certainly wasn't doing the paperwork himself.
Right, so the person who signs the paper and not the person who conceptualizes the idea and organizes the people around it, that's the person who deserves credit, you fucking idiot.
Technically he does. What exactly are you accusing me of? Until we're back on the board, Besides...
It's straight bullshit is what it is. A fabrication rich folks use to preserve their investments, by leaving a lot of people here to die slow.
Nyoka has the right of it. It's a legal provision that gives the board the authority to cordon off any planet or location that it deems dangerous.
But wait, what happens to the folks stuck on the wrong side of dangerous?
Well, I'm afraid the welfare of a few hundred people is too minor a figure into the board's risk assessments. Yes, making all of MSI criminals in the board's eyes. Rather hard to run a business that way.
Honestly, the board branding them all criminals might be the only truthful thing the board has ever done.
Why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources and infrastructure in Halcyon.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'd go a long way toward rebuilding our homes.
Yeah, but
To
that's
be
not gonna
on the
earn them any
board is to
money.
be part of the colonial community. And being cut off means slow strangulation. I fear the MSI citizens who've been dissolved into Raptidon Cud would disagree with you. If membership on the board can ease our hardships and provide us with opportunities, then that's the path I mean to pursue. Besides, I'm hopeful that additional leverage on our part will allow us a more equitable relationship.
Don't get ahead of yourself, sir.
Yes, it'll be easier to explain once we have the Bolt 52. My hope is to maintain the reforms we've managed here, and who knows? Perhaps once we're restored, we could spread them to other corporations. What can I do for you?
Can I just kill him? Commuter, pay for the printer. Alright, we are going to take a little break and we will be right back.
smells like those old Sundays when we'd unload Saltuna shipments at the cannery.
You'll get used to it. Give it 10 or 15 years.
That's the last of them.
Nyoka, you're a sight right now, I'll tell you what. We are up a creek.
I bet. You really come this far north for a printing press?
Yeah, I know, but that's the mission. Don't suppose y'all are busy right now. Thank the Eternal. We could use a hand. But we can't leave without patching these guys up. Acker here is bleeding out and Jensen can't see straight. Our medic has got our trauma kit, but we got separated. We ain't seen him in a couple of hours. Yeah, on account of giving him the order. He's searching the old settlement to the north of the press. That was a hell of a soiree.
Tell that to the wounded. Their blood's flowing all right.
Hey, we're still alive, ain't we? Graham was right all along. The truth shields us.
The truth, yeah. And a healthy amount of 44 calibers.
Yes, let's. Get us our medic back, and we'll get out of here. Oh, fuck. Well, that's better than nothing. Thanks. We'll head out as soon as we're patched up.
What job did the board assign you when you came of age? Bet it was something real neat, like professional flexing.
Wilderness patrol. Plenty of folk traveling on foot out there, even back when there were roads. I protected them from raps and the like.
Oh gosh. And here I was, John, about how I was watching your back. I'm probably more like to get in your way.
Everyone needs someone watching after them. Even me. Even if I ain't keen to admit it sometimes.
If you'll just listen...
No! No more listening. No more preaching. We are losing people left and right. We need to act.
Enough, Zora. I'm not putting the torch to innocent people. Do you want to bring the board's cruisers and gunships down on us? Captain, apologies, but our situation grows dire. Our people talk of foolish endeavors. What news do you bring? Excellent.
Did you find the Vanois? Thank the Eternal.
We're one step closer to bringing the truth to every man, woman, and child in Halcyon. For now, you can tell Hiram that I'll stop using Devil's Peak. From the pits of our eternal souls. Thank you, Captain. I have much to do, articles to write, sermons to ponder. We live in such an exciting time. Let's talk later.
Hey, I need to see to the wounded, but drop by the clinic when you can. I want a word.
Huh. Carry on.
Hey.
Huh?
Hey, Captain. I need your help, and we ought to keep it hush-hush. You know about what happened here, right? The history of Amber Heights?
You're talking about the massacre. Back when the corps were pulling out, pirates raided the place and killed the MSI bigwigs living here.
Right. Common belief is that the pirates fled to an old relay station that had already been abandoned, but nobody could find them. The station's locked up, but one of my people found an old data cartridge in a nearby rap nest. It's mostly corrupted, but I pulled a couple codes off of it. One is the code to the Amber Heights gate. I don't recognize the other, but it's similar. I bet it opens a door. I surely do. But it's not far, and if they died in there, they died with their munitions. We'll need them. Besides, if it's filled with valuables from the aristocrats who lived here, we can pawn them off on Sublight and get ourselves ahead on our food budget. Right. The access codes to Amber Heights. What gets me is, if this belonged to the pirates, that means they knew someone there. If someone gave them the gate code, all those deaths, Captain, all that blood is on their hands. I know it's a long shot, but if we miss something there, if you can get into that station, maybe we can get some answers. Graham isn't fond of talking about the history here. He had friends who worked here. The massacre hit him pretty hard. You know him. Live and let live and all that. I don't want to burden him right now, especially if this ends up being a dead end. Just a warning. The area is infested with mantisaurs. I'd send some help, but we're, you know, preparing for war. If someone was behind the Amber Heights massacre, it'd give a lot of people around here some closure to find out who and string them up. Good luck. Watch out for the Taros.
Wow. If I go back to the stream from Monday, there's a moment where Nyoka's like, the people that used to be here, but they're not here anymore. And now a mission actually takes us there. That is entirely wild. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh fuck. Jesus Christ. That was a massacre. No ammo? No ammo here at all? These are like Terra 1 level armors. And it kind of makes sense because this is supposed to be a colony established before Terra 2, which was the first planet that we were on. And these guys are supposed to have been dead since this was the only colony. Just, it's very good. The level design is top notch. You know, there's a level of immersion in this game that just very rare to find. Sublight Dog. So Sublight are the ones that did it in the first place. Interesting. So Sublight killed the anarchists and then profited off the anarchists. It sounds like a very, very corporate thing to do. I believe it.
You all got different Saltuna here on Monarch. Ain't that neat?
You come to Monarch and that's what you're excited about. You ought to get out more.
I'm getting out right now.
Welcome back. You find anything out there? Let's see. These are old. Looks like correspondences between the pirates. Some bits here, some there, some... Wait. This one's got the Amber Heights gate code on it. Just like the one I found earlier. And here's... a letter. Wait, this is from Graham. Oh, of all the... Captain. He gave them the gate codes. And their families, and all the hired help? I know he's got his head in the clouds, but I always believed there was a core of good there. What the hell happened to live and let live? Thank you for bringing this back, but I need some time. I gotta think. I'll let you know if I figure something out.
I'm so down for a military coup, holy shit. You can get rid of Graham. Turn this into a super paradise, and all will be well. What mission am I on now? I gotta do Bolt with his name. This is just abandoned.
Like a wrapped among the rocks. That thing crashed a long time ago. It ain't gonna fly again, so don't go getting funny ideas.
Huh. Okay, we gotta sneak around this thing. Nope, no way to get around it. It's a big whammy. Finish her off!
Here they come.
Bet nobody set foot in here since Cascadia fell.
Proximity alert. Biology human. Protocol kill all plants. Suspended. Attempting to disengage secure priming. Executive level password accepted as identification according to employee ID protocol A-3501. Welcome back, Doctor. Be advised. Mantisaur threat level is petrifying purple berry. Please use caution. Mantisaur wounds are not covered under Rizzo's health policy. Have a productive day.
Secondary lab, okay. Not a lot of mantis.
Traps everywhere.
Gone quiet.
Unexpected.
Problemo. Ooh, you just went limp. You just went limp.
We're not getting through. Nice one. Love a good fight.
Power grip, speed grip, sure grip. Dang.
Almost done. Whew. Easy. Here they come.
Fuck.
Everyone all right? Nice one.
Jesus Christ. Next phase of human trials. What? Human trials on what? Creepy. It's so creepy. It's very creepy. Assault rifle ultra. Now you're gonna see this. 629. Ooh. Okay.
Let me take a look-see. Okay, I'm thinking if I patch this into our fuel cell network, we can use the empty tanks to hold this ulta-wada-biddle stuff. Just gotta compensate for the pressure difference. We burn liquid reaction mass, not gas, and the cells are distributed all through the hull, so I gotta isolate the empties. Of course I did, Captain. Just gave it a little jiggle.
Perfect.
There we are. Good as pretty and twice as new. I could have done better if you'd lent me an extra pair of hands.
Tell you what, next time we put up targets in the hold, we'll draw the captain on them.
That's a little uncalled for, Naomi. Just saying. Oh. Oh.
Captain, Yuka needs help!
Mind control ray? They were developing a mind control ray? What? And we got a third science weapon. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Now I want to try this out. I haven't found an N-ray weapon yet either. Yeah, just give me everything. Just give me everything. Just take everything. I'm a hoarder. I'm a hoarder. I'm role-playing as a hoarder. Okay?
Used to be, you can get the best wine on Monarch here. I would have liked to see this place before it was all boarded up.
That's pretty useless. What's the point of wasting my bits? Oof. Okay, 122 meters. It's gonna be tough. I'm gonna try to sneak around them. Is that you, Miko, or is that somebody new? If it's somebody new, welcome to the stream. Good to have you. Oh, okay. Oh, fuck. Okay. Okay. Cut me some slack, cut me some slack. Okay, I'm getting back. Ooh. Yeah, I can tell I'm also on fire. Hey, Geo. There has to be a way. Wasn't there a ladder when I entered this place? There was a ladder, right? Wait, do I have the mind control gun? Yeah, I do. How you doing, bud? We are an hour 2 of the stream, hell yeah. Now the issue is this. You alright? Dope. Oh god. Why am I just always on fire? There we go. Just isolate him. It's a steno. I have no idea what a steno is. Oh wait, these ones have names? What the heck? Screw it, we're just gonna go around them.
Like a raft among the rocks.
So many dead people. Oh my god. Come on, I'm playing on hard mode and I'm still able to dispatch these things pretty easily, okay? The NPCs in this game must be absolutely useless. Just absolutely useless. You can't kill a freaking larva? Ooh. Purple berry police! Purple berry police! This contains higher than average volume of corpses. Yo, check out what I look like though. Look at that. Look at that. That's so baller, dude. I look like a freaking cowboy samurai. Okay.
Incoming!
Oh yay, more rats. Use your ability! Cool. Go blind. Thank you. God damn it. Why does corrosion just do so much damage to me? I have plasma weakness, not corrosion weakness. Maybe it's because it's on hard mode. Maybe hard mode increases the time that area of effect damage occurs. I don't know.
I don't know what it is, but my gun's been acting funny. Used to be, I had to correct for a bit of leftward drag. Got used to standing just so, and after a while...
Oh yeah, that's the other thing.
put a thorn
If
in
you
my
don't
side.
repair your weapons...
Lately, though...
If you don't repair your weapons, the recoil apparently changes. It's pretty dope. Recoil damage, everything goes down.
Some crook... You're adjusting before you pull.
Have you seen any gameplay of the Outer Worlds so far, Geo?
Request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
I'm gonna take... Let's take... Nyoka and Ellie. Everything seems to be a bullet sponge though. Yeah, it's... I compare it to like, what if Fallout 4 was actually a good game under everything, right? Yeah, it is kind of a bullet sponge, but there are different kinds of weapons, and each type of enemy has a certain weakness, or you can cripple enemies by aiming for certain places, or, you know, I just added a perk that allows me to have all my headshots explode and cause other damage to like nearby enemies. So if I face a humanoid opponent and I get a headshot, you'll see that happen. Where's the elevator? What the heck? Elevator music. It's just really well written, and there's a lot of reasons why I just really enjoy this game. But
ought to go celebrate our new arrangements with Cat Malin in Fallbrook. The woman's a riot.
That gas is going to make us a fucking mint. 120-some cubic meters of it, at 1,000,000 bits a pop. Take this. You've earned it.
Damn.
When we get buyers lined up, I'm gonna buy
XP.
a gold toilet to shit in. You're goddamn right. Monarch isn't exactly a walk down the lanes of Byzantium. But here you are with all your limbs attached. Call me impressed, contractor.
You should be.
Knowing you saw anyway. Glad to see you're looking out for yourself. You've been keeping busy. I hear you took on some extra work at Fallbrook. Catherine says the factory needs some repairs before it's back to working order. But at least it's under our control.
Okay, so they really
Hey,
like me.
when you were at the slaughterhouse, those swine didn't give you any strange looks, did they? I knew it. I'm probably getting worked up over nothing. Just try not to think about pigs. You never know, you know? I've got a lot on my mind, but it's nothing that concerns you. At least, not yet. I have another job lined up, assuming you're still interested in work. You're gonna salvage me a space station.
Whoa.
Heliospheric Research Station 1084, to be exact. I want it. Cobwebs and all. Interested?
Sounds like a major business expansion. It pays to get in on those early, you know.
This opportunity won't come around again, Captain. Not this time. The board tolerates our business up to a point, and selling off a station full of their old gear and terminals crosses that point.
Fuck the board.
But if we were to move in and commandeer the station as a sublight salvage remote office, that's a different matter. Legally gray by comparison. More of a squatter situation.
The way that all the factions relate to each other in this game is unlike any RPG of this kind I've seen. Like, put the combat, the gunplay, the exploration aside. Because there are parts of those that I really like and parts of that I don't like. Just the RPG elements of this game are masterfully done. There is a level of immersion when you're going through these quests and when you're making decisions to help a faction or negotiate somebody or whether, like, the first place that I went to, the Spacer's Choice Colony. I murdered everybody in there, right? Spacer's Choice will not fuck with me. Now the only people that will mess with me are like the lowest of the low of like the shady corporations, right? So like I feel like you are really choosing your own path. Not only your skills, your perks, your abilities, but you're choosing who you associate with. And that's just a whole other level of immersion into a game. It's something that Skyrim doesn't give you. It's something that Fallout tries to give you, but it feels hollow. Another issue with Fallout 4 was there was never enough ammo when you were looting a location to actually make your way through a dungeon. So you would end up with no ammo and like halfway through a dungeon, like, why the hell am I playing this game anymore? Right? There's ammo everywhere. Of course, you know, the downside of that is bullet sponges. But the other side of that is the combat in like open areas when you can slow down time, where you can climb up buildings, sneak around, reposition yourself. All that stuff it's interesting. It's good, and it looks good, right?
Right now, it's only salvage on paper. Systems and comms have gone dark. Poke around if you're curious why. While the board lets 1084 gather dust, You're gonna swoop in and plant
Exactly.
Sublight's flag. Here, this override bypass should get you into the station systems where you can plant my flag. And one last thing. When you get there, make sure you aren't followed. We wouldn't want that. Glad we understand each other. I'm on the heels of something big. Play your cards right and I'll clue you in, but right now, I'm not sure who I can trust. Just be careful. Someone might try and use you to get to me.
Honestly, I'm a little tired of Monarch,
If
so...
you stop in the engine room, would you ask Parvati to send Sam down to the bridge?
We got a lot in common, you and me. It's operating just a teensy bit outside of the manufacturer's expected parameters, huh? Come to see Sam? That was sweet of ya. Here, I was just thinking. Hey, Captain. I got a thing I want to ask you. It's kind of big. I was thinking about what you said it for after we went to the Lost Hope on the Groundbreaker. I reckon you're right. I think I'm ready to stop fretting and fussing and ask Junlei to go steady, straight out.
It's been...
And I'm thinking of doing it here, on the ship. Oh gosh, do you think so? I just figured, you know, there's nowhere she can go on Groundbreaker where folks don't know her. Here she can relax.
It's just the most boring romance writing, though. It's like... Okay, 9 hours ago I was reading like her emails with this chick that we met. And cool, like she was writing, like this person was writing love poetry to her. And we went to a bar and got drunk and she like spilled her soul. And now she needs advice like 9 hours later into the game. But it does fit her character because she like grew up on a colony where she barely saw any life.
I was kind of hoping you'd offer. The thing is, I can't ask her over like this. I mean, look at me. I'm all covered in engine grease and I ain't showered in nigh on a week. I smell like sweat most days and, well, don't look too close to my fingernails. I was thinking, hoping, we could stop by Groundbreaker for supplies.
Alright, I'm gonna be her wingman.
I mean, anyhow, next time we dock in Groundbreaker, let me know. Because I want to come with.
Sure, Parvati. We'll take you. You know, we could just hit Junlei with the mind control gun, right? And then she'd... Yeah. There are just so many different places. Gosh. Companion quest, don't bite the sun. There you go. The companions each have their own backstories, their own characters, their own quests, personalities. It just, the game has a lot of character. That's something that, like, you're exactly what you said, a generic Fallout game just doesn't have.
This is Halcyon News.
Bat supplies.
We interrupt your regularly
Our
scheduled
bat supplies.
advertisement for the following story.
Okay, right.
Do you have what it takes to defend your corporate township from the dangers
Watch
of
this.
alien wildlife and
I didn't know that this is how you do this, but there's like a secret passage back here. And then this got us our first science weapon. Now we have 3. I think there are like, what, 7 or 6. Let me out. And there's a door here, right? Yeah, I guess I gotta take the elevator. Wait, no. Cleaning supplies and the rest can go. Hi, little spratling.
It's almost time for today's episode of The Chairman's Children. Care to listen with me?
Nope.
I think I got just the thing, my dear. A few years back, Auntie Cleo's put out a home makeover kit, and I snagged a couple for myself. High-grade shampoo and conditioner, scrubby brush, a nice lotion, that sort of thing. I still got 'em, too.
What's the scrubby brush for?
Cleaning around your nails, sweetheart. Gets the engine grease out. Makes your hands soft. Most folk don't got the time. Or bathtubs for such, me included. I'll let you have one on clearance. You want rosish, mock apple and cinnamon, or refurbished ship?
What do you think? What do you think the engineer's engineer girlfriend will like? Rosie? Apple and cinnamon? Or refurbished ship? It's gotta be one of three, because apple and cinnamon is trash.
Gosh, we never talked about what kind of smells she likes. I think pretty much every spot on Groundbreaker just smells like old socks.
It comes down to what sort of intent you got. If I was looking to do a spy job over in engineering, I'd be safe with refurbished ship. Now, if I was a young thing trying to come on all precious-like, I'd probably go with rosish. But if I was doing it for my own self, I'd pick mock apples and cinnamon.
I guess you could eeny, miny, moe it?
Take your time, dear. A lady's scent says a lot about her.
Oh, God.
We didn't have anything rosish in Edgewater. I heard it smells real pretty, though.
I'll just wrap that up for you, since it's for a special occasion.
Yeah.
I'll pay for that, ma'am. Thanks for being so helpful.
Hey, at least you didn't make me pay for
You're
it,
welcome,
Parvati.
dear. Any...
After this mission, we're probably going to close the stream because it's been 150 minutes. Let's go. Oh, wait.
I hope his fancy soap we got is extra strength. I'm feeling a mite ripe.
What the fuck?
Oh, thanks, Captain. I'm gonna put these someplace safe. In her messages, Junlei said her mama used to make this dish for Monarch. Dustback casserole. Salt tuna and xenogold needle mushrooms. And then for dessert, there's a thing called, sweetheart cake. It's made with almond paste and wax gourds.
This food sounds trash.
There's gotta be some place in Stellar Bay that can bake a casserole. And I heard tell there's a Rizzo's town near there called Cascadia, what specializes in sweets. Thanks, Captain. I know I'm asking an awful lot, but I'm sure it's gonna be worth it.
I'm literally going to 3 different planets so that she can get laid. How good of a friend am I? Jeez.
So then I told him, oh. We're in orbit over Cascadia, Captain.
best thing about traveling with the captain. We meet all sorts of new people.
Sure. Best part is when they pay us.
We never really had new folks in Edgewater, except the captain. Kinda hard to make new friends when everyone's already decided they don't like you.
Could be a favor in disguise. A lot of people out here ain't that nice.
I love how she just ignores the fact that we killed everybody in her hometown. That we just like massacred her entire hometown.
I guess this is what Edgewater's gonna look like in a couple of years.
You take us to the nicest place.
Ah, there it is. She recognized it. Okay. Manta Queen, Manta Queen. Okay, let's get her a better weapon because this one's trash.
Here goes nothing! Not getting through!
Fuck. Run. Fuck. Run. I just need to escape combat. Escape combat. Let's do it. Let's do it. This is weird. How do I get back out to the main facility? There has to be a building that brought me out here. Is it this one? It's an elevator. I'm not mistaken. Or I can just teleport to the very front of it and then just not deal with any of them. Fuck.
about the drop on us.
See, we could use corrosive weapons. Hell yes, we could use corrosive weapons. Okay. Let me switch them out while we're here. Okay. Let's get rid of that shitty weapon. And give her something better. Give her a shotgun, give her a plasma launcher, give her an AR. Cool. Save that. Are you serious? Even corrosion's not doing anything? Die! Die! How is he not able to get it through the fence, but he can get it through that? Makes no sense. Alright, mechanical. Last one, buddy. Cool. Come on. I need ammo. This guy just got obliterated. His head's in one place. The art style of the game, yeah, definitely. The only thing is it came, like, it launching right around Borderlands is what is kind of pushing it out the way. Like, I feel like a lot more people, I mean, people are talking about it, but like a lot more people would be talking about it. Okay. Sweetheart
Aren't
cake.
those cakes?
Zora was right. That's where I died. Wow. Okay, and now we gotta go back to Stellar Bay. Borderlands is sleeper. Yeah, I don't know. It's just anything with 2K is kind of anything that Take-Two releases is automatically like lower on my list just because Take-Two released it. You know what I mean? And it sucks for a game like Borderlands, which is good, but Borderlands is not this level of RPG.
Things in common?
This isn't another thing about wrenches and guns, is it?
Because you're a surgeon and I'm a mechanic. We both fix things, heal them up.
Hate to break it to you, but before I got to Groundbreaker, I fixed more Nose-It.
Whoa, by the stars, my poor heart. I just about pissed my jumpsuit. Because there's no shame in having overactive bladder muscles, all right? It's a perfectly normal medical
But
condition.
you're a cook.
Sure, for lily-livered cowards, in my medical opinion.
You sound like a terrible doctor.
She's actually very good at her
It's
job.
more of a hobby these days.
See what I deal with? This place is enough to try anyone's nerves. Only every day. And even if I did scrape together enough to buy passage out with sublight, which would mean reaching Fallbrook without getting eaten, shot, or dissolved into green goop, what then? Well, thank you for reminding me. As if I weren't already destined for an early grave. That was a real popular meal 10, 20 years back, before the board tucked tail and ran. These days, everybody's had a belly full of salt tuna. They all want borscht. And the mushrooms, well, not many venture out of town, what with the monsters hereabouts. I can whip one up for you, but it'll cost. Here's a menu.
Oh, yikes. I can't cover this much, Captain. What? No, Captain, I don't want you to do it this way.
It's all right, miss. I'm a coward at heart. Made that clear from the outset. Look, Captain, this is the best I can do without putting myself out of business. I'm mighty glad you reckon so. This is gonna take about an hour. There we are. Now, if you don't mind, I really need to take a leak.
My belly's gurgling just to smell it, Mr. Raymond. Thank you so much.
A pleasure to help such a charming young lady.
Want to get into
You're a
Discord
gentle
call
soul,
and chill?
miss. Be careful with this one, all right? He's kind of a brute.
Yeah, thoughts right there. There's some back there too. I had to hide Daenerys because, you know, she's a war criminal now and all that. Parvati! Parvati!
The dustback casserole Mr. Raymond made smells incredible.
It
Now, look
freaks
at
me out
these
that she has a
Captain
southern
Lar.
accent.
Someone even traced little hearts in them. I guess that settles dinner. Thanks for hauling me all over creation, Captain. Well, I was gonna, but then it hit me. I got this nice meal all planned out with music, and I got that soap to scrub up with, but I don't got nothing nice to wear, Captain. I don't have a head for fashion, and there's this place I heard of in Byzantium, Jolicoeur's Haberdashery. I bet I could find something nigh on perfect at a place like that. I understand, you got colonists to save and all. But if you do drop by Byzantium, just think about it. Please, Captain?
That is... Let's go into the capital planet where everyone wants to kill you. To buy clothes! It's just so dumb. It's just so beyond dumb. Sanjay, I'm coming for you.
You don't much like me, huh, Dr.
Let's hop into a call after
It's nothing personal. I'm
I
just
do this.
Be careful with your new friends in Amber Heights. They're not the most reliable types. Anyway, what can I do for you? Then it's good that... Why wouldn't then?
If you can't beat him,
To be on the board is... What? If... Is... Oh, believe me, why wouldn't anyone? They own nearly all the resources to be... What can...
Can I just shoot him dead? Gosh. Almost 3 hours of streaming the game. Almost done with the Monarch quest, which I am so ready for. I hate these corrosive, plasmatic, plasmoid, alien insects. It was really fun slaughtering an entire planet, though. That was dope. That was super dope. Next stream will be on Sunday, and during that stream I will be updating everyone as to our year-end goals, one of which is still 50 followers, and we're at 41 right now, so if you haven't followed yet, leave a follow. And also on cancellations, because I have to do some errand work myself, so I might be canceling Monday or Thursday stream next week, but I'll let y'all know on Sunday. Thank you very much for watching. This is The Outer Worlds. I'm Critics, and I'll see y'all later.